You know, we only eat chips and ice cream, for instance. You know, it's not good for the health. You know that. I know that. Your mother knows. My mother knows. Everybody knows. But when you look at the world as a whole, there's so much talk about climate change. We have destroyed the ecology of this planet. It's only now that people are realizing that human beings have to coexist with nature, that we have to develop and grow in a manner which is ecologically sustainable. We have tried to conquer nature and got defeated now by over and over again. But how do you explain that the resources of this planet are used by so few people? And so many people don't have anything. There are 6.5 billion people on planet Earth. 1 billion people go to bed each night hungry. And 1 billion are overweight because they eat too much. And not only do they eat too much, they waste too much food. How can this world be a better place to live in? How can the power of yoga change these inequalities?
We need yoga gurus for this. We don't need yoga businessmen. The problem is just that. Because when a yoga guru would himself or herself start collecting, everybody shall take cue from that and people will also start collecting. He wants more for himself or herself. They want more for themselves. Nobody is willing to share anything. Nowadays, if you go to learn any aspect of yoga, you have to pay a specific fee for it. So when something which is supposed to open your shackles of Maya is itself tied into Maya, where do you think the world is going to head to? Yoga is the final frontier. There is nothing beyond yoga. It is ultimate power, it's ultimate authority. Who projects yoga is what the world is going to be following. The projection should be correct. It should be apt. Only then the world will become a better place. Then people will not go hungry. Like before this country was invaded, it used to be called the golden bird, Sone ki chidiya. What was so special about this country that every invader wanted to come here only?
Tell me, how is it that this country was colonized by such a few small number of people? How were they able to dominate us? Wasn't it because of the traitors in our own society? The Jaychans, the Mir Jafars? We sold our own interests. Why do we blame the colonial rulers? It was people in our own society who compromised with the colonial masters and reduced us to being slaves and servants.
Come to greed. Greed is what makes all this happen. Lack of yoga guru. Why am I coming again and again to the yoga guru? Because a yoga guru is the energy which is going to take you through this. You have become like barbarians because the greed has made you like barbarians. Barbarians invaded. The people who supported them were also barbarians. There was no yoga guru for them. There was no yoga for them. That is why this happened. If this would have been stopped at that point of time by yoga guru, then this would have not happened. The world would have been a different place.
Yogi Ashwini, it's been more than 60 years since this country became politically independent. But have we seen a really sharp reduction in not just poverty, but have we become a more tolerant society? Whether it be people from different religions. I know you have studied under and you among your followers are people from every religious denomination. But our society remains very intolerant. 80% plus of this country may believe in Hinduism, but 1 out of 7 Indians is Muslim. There are more Muslims in India than in most countries in the world, I think, except Indonesia and some would say even Pakistan. But we see communal riots. We've seen absolutely barbaric pogroms, genocide taking place. So what is all this great spiritual tradition of India been worth today? That we've not been able to continue. And I asked you earlier, this is one kind of communal tension. Then you have class wars of the kind that
the word which you just gave, you just said Hindu. Hindu is also a Western given word. Hindu does not belong to India. There was no such thing as Hindu. You'll be surprised if I tell you, before the period of Mahabharata, or even till the period of Mahabharata, there were even no surnames. It should be Kul. Kul is the womb of the mother. There is no such thing as Hindu. and other religions that have come forth after that have come after Hinduism came. I am not a follower of Hinduism at all. I don't believe in the word Hindu. What's a Hindu? We are all divine beings, and we are all going through a human experience. We are here for experience. We are divine beings. We shall pass. What Hindu and what Muslim? Yoga does not talk about Hindu-Muslim. Yoga does not talk about a specific kind of a diet. Yoga does not say, like you said, with just chips and the chocolate, it should not be avoided. But yoga says, eat 100 ice creams with chips. It doesn't matter. If you have a guru, it will not harm you, it will not affect you. I have a diet which includes everything. I maybe have half a kg of pure desi ghee every day. And so do all the volunteers in the Dhyan Foundation. And you can check up blood pressures. It is going to be much below normal. It is a question of what you are following, who you are following. Do you have the interpretation of yoga, what yoga actually is about? Who's telling you what is yoga?
Would you recommend that to a heart patient?
Of course, we have heart patients.
That?
Yes, we have heart patients.
That they have half a kilogram of desi ghee.
Send them to my ashram. Send any heart patient to